Hi guys, my name is Jeremy Adriano. The person whom I interviewed was Dr. Kevin Olson. He is a piano professor at Utah State University, and outside of teaching at the university, he has his own business, which is also in music. So, what he does is he has a piano studio of about 20 students, and in addition to that, he also composes. He's actually a nationally renowned composer around the country. And so those are his like those are the two things that he does within the realm of music as an entrepreneur. Teaching and composing has always been something that he's been gifted with from a very young age. At the age of 5, that's when he started composing, and at the age of 12, he won the he received the overall first prize at the 1983 National PTA Convention in Albuquerque, Mexico. And then at the age of 14, he started teaching piano. So composing and teaching is something that he recognized that he was passionate about, and that it's something that he was willing to put effort in, and that he had the grit to do that. When it comes to mentors and advisors, he says that his piano teachers growing up, including his teachers in college when he was a music major, were the most important advisors. He says that music isn't something that you can just start a business in, but the music industry is a highly specialized skill, so prerequisite to any business venture in the music industry, you must have the actual musical skill to back up your business, whether it's teaching or composing. When it comes to his management team within his business, he says that it's mostly been a one-man show. When you're teaching a piano lesson, there's not going to be two teachers teaching a student, or even in the classroom, there's only going to be one teacher. In addition to that, when it comes to composing, of course, he works with the publishing companies um, to get his work out there so that his work will be marketed and people will buy his compositions. They do that work. But for the most part, when it comes to the actual creating and composing of the music and the time and the effort, that's all his. And then he merely, once that's complete and he has like the music in front of him and he feels satisfied with it, he will send it to the publishing company, which is I think FJH. But I think he's worked with multiple companies actually. But he'll send it to whatever publishing company, and they'll do the work when it comes to marketing. When it comes to critical resources and capital, etc., the three main things that he mentioned is one, you need a you know you need a piano, and also a computer, and within that computer, music notation software. Other than that, there aren't a lot of upfront costs. Something to consider though is, all the years that he paid, or that his parents paid for um, his education, because through education you acquire the skill that you need to do music, to do piano, to compose, to teach. So that's not just private piano lessons growing up, as a young child, but that's also college in and of itself. Again, this is a highly specialized skill, or highly specialized industry where you need the skill. When it comes to financing his business, well, after you get this skill and you get the piano and the computer, um, when it comes to teaching, he makes $30 for every 30 minutes that he teaches. And he also receives royalty money from the publishing companies whenever people buy his work. So I asked Dr. Olson about mistakes he's made along the way. He mentions that it was mainly agreeing to things that ended up not being worth the effort and or income, and or taking way too many responsibilities all at once and getting way overwhelmed. Time management is something that is constantly shifting, especially as a musician. You never have a 9 to 5 schedule, and it's always really hectic. So, so this is time management is a challenge that he still deals with even today. but he's obviously gotten a lot better with it. So in conclusion, Dr. Olson has, for me, has the picture perfect entrepreneur story. He chose to go into an industry that, one, he was familiar with. He is very passionate about music, so that's the second principle that is also very important and that has impressed me. And he has a certain grit. Not only does he have the passion, but he was willing to put in the time and the effort, and he still does. That's what you need to put in the time and the effort, and you need to be constantly creative to teach these students, to make sure that they're constantly motivated. And in addition to that, you need to be constantly motivated, um, to continually compose new music, something that others, that you, one, you have not composed yourself before, and in addition to that, uh, other musicians have not composed before. So that takes a lot of creativity, that takes a lot of uniqueness, that takes a lot of passion, that takes a lot of grit, and that takes a lot of familiarity as well. So those are the things that have impressed me, and I find that those principles to be absolutely critical if you are to build a strong foundation to any business adventure. Luckily, that is also what I want to do. I want to become a composer, and I want to become a pianist. As you can see, I have a piano in the background. Um, so this serves as the perfect model, as a direct model for what I want to do with my own business adventure. Well, that's all I have. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.